Dear students, let us solve one problem on bank reconciliation statement. When do we prepare a bank reconciliation statement and why do we prepare a bank reconciliation statement? So, certain time bank charges certain amount to our account like interest, mobile SMS charges and various other charges is directly debit from our account, and we will come to know about this matter only when we print a passbook. And certain time bank will debit our account for payment of certain standing instructions like payment of insurance premium and electricity bill or maybe mobile telephone bill, etc, etc. So in this case also we'll come to know only when we get print of our bank statement. And certain time we deposit a check into the bank, and the check takes a minimum 3 days to deposit amount. So certain time it is also possible that it may not get deposited, or it may take time to deposit. So in certain cases we record the transaction in our cash book as the amount is credited to our bank account, but in actual it is not credited. So here we get a difference balance, so which shows our bank account in our cash book shows different balance, and our passbook shows different balance. To here make our what balance is exactly appears in passbook and cash book. To find out that, we prepare bank reconciliation statement. So here in the problem, the bank balance as per cash book may be given, or maybe bank balance as per the passbook may be given. So when bank balance as per the cash book is given, we need to find bank balance as per the passbook, and when bank balance as per the passbook is given, we need to find bank balance as per the cash book. So here simple trick if you apply, it is very easy to calculate or prepare a bank reconciliation statement. So when the amount is credited directly into our bank, for example interest is credited, interest is added to our bank balance, so we will not come to know about this. So in such cases our cash book shows less balance. So whenever there is a credit in our bank, that when a bank adds amount to our account, we have to add that in a reconciliation statement. And whenever there is a debit in our bank balance, in our passbook, we have to deduct that from the cash balance. So bank balance as per the cash book in bank reconciliation statement. So here we have a problem. From the following particular, prepare bank reconciliation statement as on 31/3/2010. So here what they have given, bank balance as per cash book as on 31/3/2010 is rupees 12,000. So here bank balance as per the cash book is given, so it shows 12,000 rupees. Write that whatever they may have given, cash balance as per the passbook or maybe cash book. So write that in the first row here, and make two part here, one to add the transaction and another to deduct the transaction, add and less. The first transaction here, out of total checks amounting to rupees 2,500 issued before 31/3/2010, checks of rupees 500 were presented for the payment in the month in the April 2010. So here check issued means the checks which are given to the our creditor or supplier of the goods. So in the month we have given checks of rupees 2,500 means in the month of March itself we deduct that much amount from our cash book, assuming that all the checks were presented in the month of March itself. But one check of rupees 500 which was not presented for the payment, that means here our bank balance as per the passbook is showing more balance. So here since our cash book balance is showing less and which was not actually deducted from our bank, so bank balance is showing more, it should be added to the bank balance as per the cash book here. So to the cash book balance, the amount of 500 rupees should be added. So right here, checks issued, checks issued but not presented. So amount rupees 500. So write that in the inner column here, 500. And second transaction, of the checks amounting to rupees 2,900 paid into bank during the month of March 2010, checks of rupees 2,000 only were credited in the passbook so far. So here, checks which we have collected from our customer or debtors, so it was amounted to rupees 2,900 and we have deposited or sent them to the bank for the collection. But before March 31st, only 2,000 rupees is credited in our bank. That means here 900 rupees. So 2,900 minus 2,000. So balancing amount 900 is not credited or deposited into our bank. That means here, as per the cash book, we assume that entire 2,900 is credited to our bank before 31st March and our cash book balance is showing more. So in the cash book sheet showing more, but in bank balance as per the passbook it is showing less. Means we have to deduct this 900 rupees from our cash book balance here. So here right in the less side, checks, what transaction we have did here, checks deposited or paid into bank, checks deposited but not collected yet. So which we have given into the bank but they have not been collected yet, amounted to rupees 900 here. Third transaction here, interest on investments collected and credited only in passbook rupees 400. So here the investment whatever we made, so from that investment interest is credited directly to our passbook and it will be known only when we print the passbook. So whenever such items comes which only credited in the passbook but not in cash book, so these all items, so which we are going to increase the cash book balance here but which was not recorded, so it should be added to the bank balance as per passbook here. So right here, interest on investment, interest on investment credited in passbook only, so which we are writing or mentioning now here, rupees 400. Okay, next transaction, there was a debit of rupees 300 in the passbook for insurance premium paid as per the standing instructions. So standing instruction means here certain expenses which comes routinely. Such amount we give standing instruction to the bank telling that they should pay on behalf of us. So here insurance premium amount rupees 300. So for which we have given standing instruction here and bank has paid that amount here. Means here bank amount is debited. That means bank balance has been reduced here but which was not mentioned in the cash book here. So this amount should be deducted from our cash balance here. So write the same here, insurance premium paid by bank directly, rupees 300. Okay, and next transaction, bank charges debited only in passbook amounted to rupees 50. So here certain bank charges like SMS charges or passbook maintenance charges, various charges they have debited to our passbook, and which only will come to know when we print the passbook. So as per the cash book, amount is showing more, and in passbook amount is showing less. So which we should deduct here, that is bank charges debited by bankers. How much rupees? Rupees 50 here. Okay. And last transaction, interest credited in passbook amounting to rupees 150 was not recorded in the cash book. So again here interest on our bank balance, which is credited by the bankers into our account, but which was not been mentioned in our cash book. That means here when interest is credited, our bank balance is going to increase. So, but in our cash book amount is showing less. So we should add this amount to our cash book balance here. Interest credited only in passbook. So how much amount? Amounted to rupees 150. Now make all transactions are over here. So make the total of both add and less. First we'll make total of add here. 500 plus 400, 900, 900 plus 150, 1050. So 1050. Now deduct this 1050 from 12,000. Add this 1050 to 12,000 rupees. So total we get here 13,050 rupees. Now make total of deduct column here. 900 plus 300, 1200 plus 50, 1250. Now make deduction. So 13,050 minus 1250. So we get balance here 11,800. So this is the amount which our bank passbook shows. So mention here bank balance as per passbook. Okay. So here cash book balance was given in the problem, and various transaction which affect both the cash book and the passbook here, and we have made the changes here. We have added 3 items to our cash book balance and deducted the 3 items from our cash book balance here, and finally we got cash balance as per bank balance as per the passbook amounted to rupees 11,800. And when bank balance as per passbook is given, suppose if they would have given 11,800 here, so finally we get 12,000 rupees as a bank balance as per cash book. So here the simple thing, which items you have deducted here, so which should be added to the passbook balance, and which item you have added to the cash book here, so those 3 items should be deducted from the passbook balance. So then we get 12,000 rupees here.